Hi, I'm Robin Sandin at Free and Clear Connections. Jason is my client, and we just finished the 12-week concierge program. So I would like for him to share with you his experience in his own words, explaining how his journey was with me. Okay, so welcome, Jason.
So my name is Jason. So like Robin said, I met her first at the expo where she did a short presentation, and it was something about her that just drew me to her. I can't pinpoint what it was. It's just that energy and that like spirit about Robin that I gravitated towards. And I started this process, and I didn't know what I was going to expect. I just took the leap in, and like Robin says, just no expectations, just go with it with an open mind. And I remember meeting Robin that first day at our first workshop. And I had no idea, honestly, what everything was going to transpire after that. I had, she'd asked me a couple questions about what is your fears and all this stuff. And I really couldn't pinpoint exactly what was going on inside. There was a lot of blocks inside that I honestly didn't know I had, that I needed to work through. And throughout this whole 12-week, journey with Robin, it uncovered a lot of stuff internally. It woke me up to a lot of things that, I was either running from, had fears from, and needed to grow from, that I didn't know I was holding on to. There was a lot of,
Yeah, well, how about share a little bit of what your experiences were like with the in-person and the remotes, and what, like you so many things have changed as far as doing different things, like what you let go of.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of breakthroughs for sure. I mean, the first workshop we had, our meeting, I let go of sugar. She expressed how, bad sugar is, and how we have to, if we want to achieve a high level, we have to like clean up our diet, first and foremost.
Well, you don't have to.
Well,
I would suggest it.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, that's me putting it. Robin never tells you what to do. She gives a suggestion, and it's up to the person to either take it, do what you want with it, or, discard it, one or the other. But
I can't tell anybody.
Yeah, she can't tell anybody. But, for my experience, I need somebody to, give suggestions, because I really value her experience and what she has to say. So I'm like an open, like a sponge in the beginning, where I'm going to take it in, And, the remotes, were good. In person was good. I was a little hesitant in the beginning with the remote, because I'm like, well, can you really connect to me? Is something really going to happen? Because she said, yeah, it will, because, I'm her and she is me, and we're all connected. So I remember my first experience of the remote, laying down, and just, she was like, I'm going to start in a couple minutes, and then just call me in 20, 25 minutes and we'll discuss it. So, and then I started to move, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? My body started to move, and I was like, okay, I guess she started, I guess it's working. And, a lot of things came up, just like the in-person. Whenever we're in person, she'll put her hands, and then, things will arise, things that are trapped down subconsciously that I need to work through, and they come up. They're not always the easiest to feel, but trust me that you will grow, it will improve. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it's transformed me more than I can really explain.
Could you kind of tell them, because I don't want to put my words into anything. Tell them what happened with you it was magical. It was just so magical to see it transform every single time. But you let go of different addictive. Just if you want to just list all the things that you actually that you don't do anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and how it's changed your relationships, because this is just you changing. As the person changes, the entire environment changes. And he's a perfect example of seeing how not only did he change, but all of his relationships changed. That since I said this is a spontaneous, what are we going to do with this tonight? We're kind of like just flowing with what comes. But I think it's substantial for him to explain such a connection, how we are all one And only one person needs to change in an environment in order to have your friendship change, your family change, your work change, everything. That's it. That's how much responsibility, and that's how powerful we are. So he's a perfect example of doing the intensive, where I have 2 hours in person sessions, one a week, and then 2 remote a week, and then we talk, and there was more. But my point being is that you change everything about your world after you face your things and you change. So that's, you know what I mean, as far as, because you've had you're like I don't know, just a walking ball of love.
Yeah, so like I said, the first thing I put down was the sugar. I cleaned up my diet. And I've noticed with that in the beginning, it freed up a lot of energy inside because I got little guys at home that I have to, keep up with on a daily basis. So it helped with that, I came in blocked, and the more work I did with Robin, it freed up. Like the inside, like right now, it's so clear. I have so much love in me, and it's just my mind. Like I don't get those thoughts anymore where a negative thought, and then I hold on to it, and then it turns into a negative emotion, and then I hold on to that, and then it basically runs my life. I don't even have those anymore. Like as quick as it comes in, then I think about it, and then I'm like, okay, what do I need to maybe learn from it? And then it just dissipates, So the diet was the first thing I cleaned up. And I was on sleeping medication for years because I'd wake up in the middle of the night, not being able to go back to bed. Then I'd get in my mind, and then and then it would mess up. So that's why I had to go on sleeping medications. And I just decided one day, you know what? I have enough belief and faith in myself where if I do wake up, like Robin said, it was meant to wake up, maybe do a little meditation, do a little journal. It was meant for that. So I released that, and I don't wake up groggy anymore. I don't wake up anything. And I believe that makes me more of a clear channel to receive information. So I gave them up. I was in recovery, and I want to preface, this isn't for everybody, but it's my experience. I don't feel like I have that addiction for those substances anymore. I don't feel like I'm an addict, to the sense of I'm going to go out and use, a substance to alter my state. I don't need that. And I feel like I've transformed that. And I feel like working with Robin, for that extensive period and that intense, sessions, it releases a lot. I feel like, okay, that was part of my life that was part of me, but I worked it out, and now I'm on to the next. Because I believe working with Robin, I've elevated, my frequency's changed, my vibration has changed. So it's like, okay, what's next? Okay. So my latest one was, my work really beat me down. So I would have to be on some sort of, a stimulant to maintain the job. I felt so run down. I had to rely on something, like caffeine or something to give me that boost throughout the day. And I just woke up, a few weeks ago and said, I don't need it anymore. And it's been out of my system. And I don't need it. And if anything, I've gotten more energy, releasing those things. Whatever fears I've had inside, whatever crutches I've held on to, I just let them go, because I do believe I'm empowered enough where I can handle anything that comes my way. I really do feel that way. And that's what Robin has given me. I came through the door, a little bit insecure, a little bit unsure, a little bit indecisive, a little bit feared up. And now I'm a walking testament as I feel like I can face anything and just handle it. I do. I don't have to play these things in my mind where, okay, well, it's going to work like this, or I can't say this, or I can't do something. I just do it. I'm not impulsive. Trust me, I analyze it a little bit, but I don't sleep on it days. I just do it now. And whatever the outcome is, it shows itself, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's just that confidence now I have in myself. I believe in myself, and that's where I'm at today.
You become the manifester of your reality.
Yeah.
That was the name of the workshop that I do. And yes,
Yeah, and it just doesn't stop. Like I've cultivated a good spiritual practice in the morning where I do my yoga, I do my meditation, and I read and I journal. And I believe that, you know, you've given me those tools and the confidence to, you know, do them type of activities, you know, first thing. And it's just, you know, the more we do each day, it becomes a habit and becomes routine and it becomes us. You know, that's all I can really say. Like,
And you had the reconnection too with that.
oh yeah.
In the middle, you did that. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, and I also
Yeah.
had the reconnection. I don't know if you want to
Oh.
expand on it or.
What's that?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know
can
if you
talk
wanna
about it. Yeah, no, because
talk
that's
about-
what we do. That's what I do is the reconnection as well. So
Yeah.
we did interview the first testimonial for the first half of it, and then he got the reconnection, and then yes,
Yeah.
yes. So he's had that as well.
Yeah, and a couple beautiful things came out of that. Like I got reconnected with family members that I haven't spoken to for years. It brought me back to there. It really deepened the relationship, you know, with people that would trigger me at times. They all just left. So I feel like the reconnection for me is I got reconnected to people that I was supposed to and deepen my love for them and better the relationships.
And that one's just begun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a beautiful process, you know, throughout.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is why I love doing what I do, because
Yeah.
I
Love you too.
thank you.
Yeah.
So this is your gift.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I know it's just the beginning too. So I'm looking forward to each day.
So that's what gives me joy, when somebody can come in not feeling empowered. And I know he's going to walk out in the world and be a perfect example to help others. My name is Robin Sannett, and you can reach me at freeandclearconnections.com.